Hello, everybody. Hope you all had a wonderful holiday Christmas season as well as a good start to your new year. Yeah, it's 2020, and I'm just finally getting around to debuting this new season of Cosplay Bites, the podcast show all about cosplay news, conventions, and the usual nerdy bits and bites. Um, this is a solo episode for this time around. I've been trying to get in contact with one of my guests that I had planned for the month, and it's just been a real struggle. I feel like that's the only downside in recording podcast episodes since I'm not too familiar with doing solo episodes a lot. So, and there was just a giant gap since I took the rest of December off to now, and I just felt like I needed to get something out there for you guys. So luckily, one of my good friends, Chris, gave me the idea to do an episode on a particular topic regarding cosplay, which I'll get to in a second. But before that, just the usual housekeeping kind of stuff. The show is available to stream on Anchor, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and whatever else your favorite podcast streaming platform is. And if you could rate and review the show, that would greatly help out a lot. Over on my blog, The Lightning Palace, there's been a good bunch of features showing a wide variety of creators, including what we got here. Kenpatsu cosplays Witch Peach. I've got a showcase on Hey Bear cosplay and all of her Harley Quinn outfits. Danielle DeNicola as Mushu. Jenna Lynn Meowry's Kami from My Hero Academia, as well as a couple of game reviews. I picked up Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, which was a pretty beautiful looking game done with the help of Studio Ghibli. I grabbed that around Black Friday. That was the first post of the new year. And then recently, I also had just finished Marvel's Spider-Man because there was a gap. I had nothing new to play until the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC came out this past Thursday, which I just finished. So now I'm out of games to play. The next one on my roster is the Persona 5, the Royal kind of like expanded edition. So I got that coming, and it would be Final Fantasy VII's remake, but unfortunately that got delayed to April 10th. So a little bit longer of a wait, which is okay considering the other major game that just got delayed was Cyberpunk 2077. That got pushed from its April 16th release all the way to September. So, I know a lot of people have been looking forward to that game, and they got a real long wait still to go. So, hopefully, it goes by fast. And I got a couple other awesome cosplayers shown for the first time, like Leonhardt cosplays Renoa from Final Fantasy VIII. And then I have Yuzu Pion's Ivy Valentine from Soul Calibur. And let's see here. Those are upcoming features. And of course, shout out to my lovely patrons over on Patreon. I've got Coralia Jade, Kat Yuska Moonfox, Kendall, Mink the Satyr, Nicole Marie Jean, Noah, Oh My Sophie, and Shaylin. And with that out of the way, I can just dive into this idea. So I think there's going to be a recurring theme that I'm going to do in case there ever is a point in time where there are giant gaps in between episodes. So I'm calling this series of sorts the State of Cosplay, and that's just pretty much going to be me taking a peek at some of the cosplay trends that are going on right now, as well as hot topics that the community is discussing, as well as platform changes and just kind of all the things that's going on. So if you have been aware from previous episodes, social media has just kind of been really restrictive for cosplayers, even with Patreon limiting a creator's reach and being able to be searched, especially since a lot of cosplayers, in order to make a solid amount of money to either do this for a living or to help create bigger builds. They do a lot of lewd cosplay work, lewd, sexy stuff, and I guess that just doesn't fly too well with Patreon. So much so that I noticed within the past year, mainly towards the back end, and then certainly with this month, is the rise of a platform known as OnlyFans. And if you're not aware, basically you can kind of figure it like it's Instagram, but it's paid. Well, depending on how the creator wants to use it. So it's a paid service that users can buy into to sort of get a more sexually risk feed, because Instagram in particular, it has been a main selling point for cosplayers to market themselves, but with them being all restrictive on skin exposure, nudity, and all that stuff, it's kind of taken a hit for several cosplayers, even some getting their account banned from massive account reporting and all that nonsense. So yeah, I've just noticed that OnlyFans, which on its own, it seems to be before primarily used from like I want to say sex workers or like adult film stars, that kind of stuff. But cosplayers have been able to just jump in on it, and yeah, I've certainly taken a look at some of them. It's either they can make it paid to see the post, or some cosplayers have able to have theirs completely free with just paid posts in the news feed that viewers don't have to interact with if they just don't want to see the content. But that in itself, I would love to get more into OnlyFans, but I feel like I would want a guest for that, because I recently did a post on it on my blog, which got a tiny bit of backlash. So I apologize just because of the poor choice of wording I did previously. So again, sorry about that confusion. I didn't really mean any harm in any way. But I'm hoping sometime next month, maybe I can get in touch with a cosplayer that's somewhat active on OnlyFans and to get their thoughts and just a view as the platform as a whole, as it's certainly seen a spike in usage. So I'm wondering if more cosplayers will flock to it and have their Patreon still kind of active, but almost like on the back burner for them. Yeah, those are pretty much my abridged thoughts on OnlyFans for the time being. Let's see. Current trends. Well, we've had a lot of shows hit the mainstream, such as Disney Plus launching with The Mandalorian, and then you had Netflix with their Witcher series based on the novels, which many people know from the video games. Most likely with Katsucon right around the corner. There's going to be a lot of Witcher cosplays, I feel, and possibly some Mandalorian outfits, and maybe some cosplays of Elsa's look from Frozen 2. And, I just think the trend just kind of go by as new popular film and media get released. So that's how I feel about that. Let's see. February is next month, and that also will kick off the yearly trend of 28, 29 days of cosplay. I guess it just depends on how many days there are in the month, because it varies. Like last year, I'm going to look at showcasing a POC cosplayer for each of the weeks. So if anyone has any cosplayers of that, let's just say if they have a favorite POC cosplayer that they'd like me to feature, feel free to send me a recommendation over on my Lightning Palace Twitter or my Lightning Palace Instagram, which I'll plug at the end of the episode and all that. Oh yeah, so I won't be able to go to CatcherCon, and that is because I managed to accomplish a long-standing goal that I had with my blog ever since I was running it for about a couple years in. I had missed the window to grab tickets to PAX East, and because of that, like I couldn't get the tickets that I wanted to. But media inquiries then opened up, so I took a shot, and rather submit my blog, I submitted the show Cosplay Bites, and to my delightful surprise, they accepted it and gave me a media pass. So, yeah, that really lifted my mood up. Oh, sorry, got my coffee here, trying to help keep me awake. Yeah, I feel like that wouldn't have been helped or accomplished without your guys' views and support and like all the recommendations and like changes you guys suggested to help improve the show. That really means a lot, and I just want to say that thank you from the bottom of my heart that I'll be able to go to PAX East for all 4 days. I just booked my hotel, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have a little notebook with me, and my plan is I'm just going to hopefully break out of my shyness and walk around and just interview cosplayers that I find that I like really love their outfit and want to get to know a little bit about their outfit, like why they chose the character, like what was their favorite part to make up the outfit. So, yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope I can do a great job and not let you guys down. So, there's going to be like a report on that on my blog, uh, as well as 2 episodes instead of one. One of which will have some of my friends on for their first time, like I don't know, losing their podcast virginity or whatnot. uh, and then another will be with a cosplayer that was also in attendance at the con to get their thoughts about how they enjoyed it. So that's not that far away. I mean, CatcherCon is in a couple of weeks, like middle-ish of February, and then PAX East is actually towards the end of February into March 1st, which is very surprising to me. And then I'll also be going to another convention in March held at the Mohegan Sun through one of my workplaces. So I'm really excited about that too. Yeah, I've been like repeatedly telling myself to not feel too bad about missing CatcherCon because there's just a crap ton of cosplayers going there for the first time that I will be missing out on meeting. Like, let's see, there's Peach Jard is going, OMG Cosplay, Bishojo Mom, Jessica Negri is going to be there, so I'm going to miss out on seeing her again. And yeah, so I'm hoping. I had recently actually just talked with Bishojo Mom not that long ago and asked if she wanted to come back onto the show and possibly just talk about CatcherCon, since that'll be her first time going. So she agreed. So hopefully we can schedule something out. Oh man, yeah. See, this is hard. This is hard to do it solo. Hopefully this won't sound too bad at the end of it all. Yeah, I've been trying to get in contact with my good friend Mick the Satyr, because I wanted to get her on an episode detailing cosplaying on a budget. So that's coming along, and hopefully we can schedule something out soon. Just not only that, but like turning into a brief look at the year. Yeah, why not? Other cosplayers and topics I hope to have on the show for 2020 include Scruffy Rebel, who some of you may know as one of the earlier contestant cast members on the first season of Heroes of Cosplay. Like, I'm dying to get her on it. I've also wanted to try to get Moderately Okay Cosplay, a friend of mine who goes by the handle of Smash Cosplay, and then my original cosplay waifu, JC Cosplay, is gonna hopefully come on the show once she gets her PC built and all that good stuff. So at the moment, and then aside from, of course, the deep dive into OnlyFans, that's a brief look at what the plan is for Cosplay Bites so far. Again, dream scenario, I'd love to get like Jess or maybe Kat Yuska on for an episode, or maybe another cosplayer from like Australia, because I know I follow a lot of cosplayers from that region. And yeah, there hasn't, I guess, because the new year started, like the cosplay season just getting underway, because MagFest was a couple of weeks ago at the start of January, and then there was Holiday Matsuri, which was toward, I think, sometime in December into January, if I'm correct. A lot of Christmas-themed cosplays going on. MagFest being held at the same venue as Katsucon, so that was more gaming-based. I know several people have been to that one. That was originally going to be an episode with me and Smash Cosplay, but we just can't seem to find the time. So instead, she's going to give me a guest piece, like her own convention report about the convention. And yeah, let's see. Oh, I'm just looking at my notes here. Personally anticipating any upcoming cosplays that certain people are doing. Well, there is the next giant project for BlizzCon that Zach Fisher is taking part in with a bunch of cosplayers. Some I think I know that are a part of it, others I don't. He's calling it a Legacy of the Aspects, which I hope that's the right name. I hope I'm remembering this right. And again, it's WoW based, and the aspects are mainly towards the giant dragons that are in the universe, which I've always been a fan of, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Jessica has been teasing her Mandalorian build, sharing images and like work in progress pictures of a Baby Yoda that she made that'll be a part of the outfit. Given her recent post and like a last like quick trip she just did, I feel like that was shot, so photos should be popping up pretty soon. A lot of cosplayers are either bringing it hard this month on their Patreons. I know a couple of girls have been able to finally break full time as a content creator thanks to like the combination of Patreon and now adding in OnlyFans. So that's been a treat to see. And what else could I discuss? With the 28 days of Black Cosplay coming up, I'm hoping that there won't be any more like racism, stupid controversy or whatever of, some cosplayers like painting their skin a different color, because that always seems to pop up every now and then. I don't know. I'm just hoping that I get to be inspired by brand new outfits that are being made. Maybe more mashups, maybe more gajinkas. And I guess I just want everyone to just have fun and just treat each other with respect. I don't know. We're just all nerds dressing up for several days of a particular month, depending on when their next convention is. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of. Probably should have mentioned at the top that these types of episodes will probably be short. If I manage to get a guest for another one of these, that could help out a lot. Maybe they can give some insight as to what they've been seeing in the cosplay world as of late. So definitely don't expect this to be like the only state of cosplay episode. Like I'm sure there's going to be more. Only if there are like again large gaps between episodes, like this one is between the one I did in December. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can come up with. Again, this feels weird not having a 30-minute, 45-minute hit mark. Hopefully you guys won't mind. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram under at Lightning Palace and Lightning Palace blog, respectively. And then there's my Patreon, which is Lightning Palace. And then I also have a Facebook page for the show Cosplay Bites. Again, self-explanatory. Just search it and you should be able to find it. And yeah, if you want to pledge, I can send you a thank you note and some stickers. Feel free to send me any voice messages here on Anchor for particular topic ideas that I can talk with other guests, or if you have other cosplay guests that you'd want to see on the show, let me know and I can reach out to them and try to plan something. So yeah, thank you guys for listening. Here's to an awesome 2020. I'm again really looking forward to PAX East. Going as a media outlet. So, yeah, I'm very happy. Thank you guys always for your support, your love, and for listening. And I will hopefully see you soon for another episode. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.